Hey guys, Rob Lally here. In today's video, I'm going to break down Grant Cardone's work ethic and show you exactly what Grant is doing to actually build a massive empire for himself, and like the types of daily actions he's taking, because execution and high performance is so important to me. And if there's anything, it doesn't matter what I think about a person. Like if I think they're doing something well, which I'm looking at Grant's stuff and I'm like, damn, this dude's really executing, he's really productive, he's getting a lot of stuff done. I want to learn from that. So I'm going to break down some of the things he's done, which show his high performance, show his work ethic, and show it exactly where he's got it from as well. Hope you enjoy the video. So what we're looking at next is what he actually said about like his earlier years working, to basically see if like this work ethic has always been with him. And what I found out is that it actually has always been with him, and he's actually faced a lot of rejection. So let's look at what this Dorian guy says and see how Grant answers.
For having me today, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. What's the worst job that you've ever had?
God, man, a lot of jobs I had that were bad, but probably the most painful job I ever had was early in my career. I was 31 years old. I was going around the country and I was calling on car dealers. I was trying to sell car dealers. You know, car dealers, man, they don't trust anybody.
So that's actually quite true. Like, car dealers are hard. You know, I've got some friends who are salesmen in car dealerships, and these guys are like pumping the leads all day, every day. But not only this as well, like because they know so well how the sales industry is, I imagine they're like super guarded as well. So, it kind of agrees with what he said.
Yeah, and you know why they don't trust anybody?
Why is that?
Because they're not trustworthy. Okay, everybody that's worried about being ripped off did some ripping off.
Yep.
Anyway, I was calling on these, $1 million car dealers. I'd go cold call on these guys, and I'd walk in. Dorian, can you give me like 5 minutes? Yeah, man, I'll give you 5 minutes. Just wait out there in the lobby. I had people let me wait for 2 and 3 hours in the lobby, only to come out 3 hours later and say, "Can't see you today."
So this is like some of the brutal hard truth of actually selling your services and prospecting, is that like you have to be alpha, because like if you don't take the lead in sales, people will just absolutely ignore you, they'll walk all over you, they'll never buy from you. But the problem is as well, you also have to tread this fine balance between being like patient and waiting for the big deals to come through, and actually working with people that you might actually typically wouldn't work with because you need to make a deal. And I've had situations where people have, they've not answered the phone, even though they said they're going to answer the phone, even though we've tried to get a deal through a few times, and then like they've been out and then they've made excuses and things. And, looking at what Grant said here, 2 to 3 hours of waiting, most people would have given up by that point.
One guy let me into his meeting. Come on in, man. You can talk to my guys. I started talking. I had this whole presentation. I'm in 20 seconds. Time out. We're good. See you later.
Damn.
I did that for 3.5 years. I did 200 presentations a year, 200 days a year on the road. I would do thousands of presentations in a year, and 90% of them were, "You're good, we're good, out of here."
So yeah, again, like this is the brutal thing about sales, particularly when you're trying to start your business. Like most people won't come through to you, but the thing is that most people don't see is that you have to kind of walk that path of hell, right? And the reason why you have to walk that path of hell is because it teaches you so much. So he is getting rejected all the time. He's waiting 2 to 3 hours for meetings and things. But what's actually happening is that like his skills are building up. He's thinking to himself, right, I'm not going to make this mistake again, right? I shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done this. And he's learning from it so he knows for next time.
And was this commission based or was it salary?
No, dude, I was doing this for free. I was doing auditions. My wife's an actress, and I know you're an artist. And one day my wife, we were in LA, she comes home crying from an audition. It was terrible. Oh my God, they hated me. I said, "Hey."
Grant's so funny, man, honestly. The way he just does impressions, just like off the cuff.
Shut up. She's like, you don't understand. You're so hard. You don't know what it's like to be an artist. I said, no, I don't know what it's like to be invited to an audition. Every audition I did, I forced my way into a room and sat people down and said, listen to some bullshit.
And that's it, right? Like, it's about getting yourself in a room and, you know, getting yourself around people who can buy from you, getting yourself on stages with people who can buy from you as well. And like the sad truth is, if you're starting out at the moment, you're gonna have to. This isn't an area which is just going to magically improve on its own. And we can see Grant's work ethic. He's doing 200, driving all over the country, doing 200 presentations a year. So that doesn't even include the time driving, the time preparing. I'm assuming he's speaking on the phone to, you know, people as well, right? And setting up these meetings. That doesn't include any of this. And then, you know, obviously he's got his service delivery as well. So it doesn't include any of that. But he has that. You can see he's got that, like, that hustler mentality. He's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. He's set his mind to it, and he's got full conviction he's gonna do it. And to people like his wife, like he was just talking about, maybe she hasn't had to go through that. So when she's trying to pitch herself, even though, like, I've seen his wife, you know, in kind of like in action on stages and things, like she's got so much talent as well. But that hard resiliency is built up over time through getting rejected, through having to adjust your approach.
Like if I could do anything else other than be business, I'd be a rapper, I'd be a comedian, man. Because you got to go do a stage, right? You got to capture attention, you got to keep attention in the arts. You got to capture it, keep it, and then you got to figure out how to multiply it. So people are going home saying, man, I saw this show tonight, it was sick. You got to see this guy. And that's what most artists don't know how to do. They don't know how to multiply the attention man.
Yeah. So I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit here because I want to cover like what Grant's actual net worth is. Considering like at 25, he had nothing. He was completely broke, had no money, you know, was addicted to drugs and everything like this. And I think he's 63 now. And, you know, at 50 years old, he was worth like 10 million. And well, we're going to see now exactly how much he's worth, like by the time he's 63, because he actually reveals it, because his net worth online is actually wrong.
I said, yeah, but I do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call myself something I'm not yet. Okay. And that was 2 years ago. Okay. To answer the question, and nobody's asked me this straight up, I'm over that number right now by a couple of hundred. I'm over by what they say I'm worth on the internet.
So 1.3 billion.
Yeah. So he's worth 1.3 billion now. 1.3 billion all the way from nothing by absolute hard work, dedication, and just basically making things happen. And a lot of people hate this guy, but I think like it doesn't really matter what you think about somebody. Like, look at the actions they've taken, look at what they've done, and see what you can take from it. So when I watch Grant Cardone, I'm looking more at his actions that he's taken. I'm not really like, I'm listening a little bit to what he's saying, but I'm looking at like, oh, how is he acting here? How's he dealing with this situation? What's he doing? Etc. So online, so actually his personal net worth right now is 1.3 billion personal net worth, and he manages 4 billion worth of real estate. Now I want to show you another video where he's basically showing like a day in his life of actually hammering meetings out, because I think that is absolutely amazing. I said first of all 4 a.m. there. Now I've seen like his schedule. He doesn't really get up at 4 a.m. every day, but obviously this is a day where he's made like a lot of impact. And this was filmed in like 2015, so he's probably already worth quite a bit there. But like you're going to be able to see like the high impact value activities he's doing throughout the day. And it's 4 a.m. in the morning. The dude is full of energy.
And what's the other cat's name? We minus 15 feet right here.
I just wanna bring that in right there. Like he's a way to work hard. A lot of people find that like they end up, you know, maybe a little bit unhappy like the harder they work. But I want you to pay attention to what Grant's doing here because I think he's got it right. He's involving his family in his deals. He's bringing his kids with them, right? Maybe not to like the actual meeting room, but if he's taking a trip, he's took a trip to New Jersey here, and he's brought his wife with him. He's brought his family with him, right? He's spending family time doing something he loves. And so he's basically in this like state of flow at all times. And this is why, one of the key reasons why he's able to work so hard.
We minus 15 feet right here, boys.
So on this bit here, you can see he's on his phone the entire time, that he's in the airport. Even the dudes are frigging pushing him on that little, that trolley caddy thing. And he's still like, he's texting, he's probably setting up meetings. So each minute of his day, and these are the things I'm getting from it, each minute of his day is so, so important. And he's literally using each minute to just do high value stuff. Maybe he's communicating with his team while he's being wheeled like that. But now he's sat in a car and he's on Periscope, and Periscope's like an old streaming app. So he was still getting his name out on that. So that said right there, $600 million meeting at 8:30 in the morning. Giving his wife a high five as well because he's brought his family with him. He's like, they're completely behind him. The amount of people that I coach and like they'll be like, oh, my wife's not sold, man. She's not on board with what I'm doing. I'm like, you need to get them on board, right? You actually need to get them on board because if they're not on board and they're part of your life, like they're going to be pulling you in one way and you're not going to be able to like do anything about it, right? Most of you guys hold meetings that are too long. He did a $600 million meeting in an hour and 20 minutes from 8:30 till 9:50, right? And then he did a bit of a debriefing afterwards. It looked like he was just saying hello to them and, getting involved with them and everything. But like when I've worked for corporate places, right, they've got me in meetings for like 2-3 hours sometimes. And I'm like, is this a $600 million meeting? And then we come out of it with like nothing at all, like no agenda or anything like this. It's a big fat waste of money. Straight after the debrief, he's straight into a sales call. He's surrounded himself with like people all the time. He's trying to just meet new people, trying to meet new connections. Obviously going for like another coffee there, traveling to downtown. He's with the Huffington Post now. It's 12:30. He's done a $600 meeting, a sales call, 2 live streams, traveled to a different country. Now it's halfway through the day and the dude's doing a Huffington Post.
Building now where the opinions of people are sculpted.
Live interview at Fox News. So 4:30, he's doing an interview at Fox News. All these speaking engagements, man. Then I'm skipping around here a little bit just so I don't get like copyright flagged. But then he's got like a sales call straight afterwards. So 19-hour day, 4 outfits, 3 cities, $600 million presentation, 2 meetings, 1 speaking engagement, 3 interviews, 7 sales calls, 4 live streams. Now, here's the thing, right? Obviously, I'd like to bet they've probably picked quite a busy day there and thought it should be a good one to shoot content. We're moving all over the place. But here's the thing, right? He is still moving so frigging fast and doing so much that most people wouldn't be doing 10% of what he's doing. And like when I've worked with business owners and coaches as well, you know, it's all great to promote. You shouldn't be overworking, you shouldn't be burning yourself out. I think that's great, but most people are going like 20% of their potential. They're focusing on the wrong tasks. They're not like doing high value activities, which are actually going to build the business. They waste all this time throughout the day not doing high value activities. And it's hard to watch sometimes, honestly. You really need to like try and like push through that and like think, am I really doing the high value activities? Am I really doing enough? So I really hope you enjoyed this video today, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this style of video. I'll do more if you like it. I won't do any more if you don't like it. But have a great one. Please subscribe to the channel. I forgot to say that. And take care.